biggest fear isn't failure. It is the social death of being told no by a world you are trying to conquer. We spend our lives building armor to avoid rejection. But what if that armor is actually the cage that keeps you small? Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. To run from rejection is to choose mental atrophy." You want the high-performance life. You want the success, the influence, the empire. But you are terrified of the gatekeeper's cold glare. High-profile individuals don't avoid the no. They collect them. They realize that a no is just a data point, not a verdict. The sting you feel when a deal collapses or a pitch is laughed at is a biological relic. It's time to override it. Rejection is the filter of the elite. It removes the tourists from the path and leaves only the true masters of the edge. Marcus Aurelius stood at the head of an empire, yet he constantly reminded himself that others' opinions were merely clapping of tongues. When a door closes, most people stop and stare at the wood. The modern sage looks for the next stone to turn. Standing at the edge means being comfortable with being uncomfortable. It means finding peace in the moment of total social exclusion. We are training for the marathon of the soul. Every rejection is a rep. Every no is a heavy weight that builds character. Your market value isn't determined by who accepts you. It is determined by how little you care about those who don't. Loss is a perspective. In the Stoic Lab, we treat every setback as a setup for a much more calculated, powerful move. Look in the mirror. Are you a person who needs external validation, or are you a person who is internally, fundamentally, unshakable? Society tries to shame the rejected, but history honors those who were told impossible and kept walking until the world had to agree. You are a lighthouse in a storm of noise. The waves of rejection will crash, but they will never move the foundation. The impediment to action advances action, wrote Aurelius. What stands in the way becomes the way. Embrace the wall to climb it. Behind every great entrepreneur is a shadow of 1,000 rejections. They didn't survive them. They were fueled by the fire they provided. To be elite is to be an outlier. And to be an outlier, you must be prepared to be misunderstood and cast out. Welcome to the shift. We are moving from seeking approval to seeking growth. This is the first step into the lab. Open your eyes to the reality of power. Rejection isn't an ending. It is the beginning of your true, independent mental sovereignty. You are watching Stoic Edge Lab. Let's dismantle the fear that holds you back and build the mind of a modern sage. We are social creatures. To the primitive brain, rejection feels like being left behind in the wild to die. But you aren't on the savannah anymore. You are in the arena of modern performance. Your survival is no longer tied to approval. When you stop chasing the laurel wreath of external validation, you realize it was only ever made of smoke. Epictetus, who lived as a slave before he was a teacher, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastery starts with the no. A single rejection can weigh more than 1,000 empty praises if you use it to find your center. The edge is that mental space where you stand alone, and instead of feeling lonely, you feel immense, unshakable weight. Our digital culture has turned approval into a drug. Every like is a hit, every rejection is a withdrawal. Stoicism is the cure for this addiction. It teaches us to build our own path when the world's bridges disappear. Each time you face a rejection and remain calm, you swallow the poison and transform it into golden discipline. You become armored not by building walls, but by becoming soft to the ego and hard to the spirit. Think like an architect. The failures of your past are the most critical data points for your future stability. Stop mourning the lost opportunity. Carve the tally mark of the rejection into your character. It is a sign of effort. The greats of history, Seneca, Aurelius, Socrates, were all rejected by the masses. You are in good company when you are alone. A maze is only frustrating if you think the goal is the exit. What if the goal is the wisdom found in every dead end? The sound of a door slamming shut is just the opening note of a symphony. Listen for the shift in tempo. Your shield isn't meant to block the world. It's meant to reflect the world's chaos back as your own internal light. True high performance is biological. It's about keeping your heart rate steady while the board members scream for your head. The higher the hurdle, the better the athlete. If everyone accepted your ideas wouldn't be worth much. Time is the only thing we truly own. Don't waste another second wondering why they didn't choose you. Choose yourself. Silence the noise. Find the eye of the storm. When you are unshakable, the wind of rejection has no choice but to pass. You are the wooden piece on a gold board. Simple, honest, and far more durable than the precious metals surrounding you. Welcome to the Library of the Soul. Here, the lessons are written in stone, and the foundation is as deep as the ocean. The edge is where the pain of rejection meets the power of indifference. It is the moment you stop needing the world's yes. High performance is a physiological state. It is a heart that beats steady when the external world expects you to panic. Seneca advised us to practice poverty or set aside a certain number of days to endure what we fear most. If you are comfortable being rejected, you are dangerous. You have removed the primary leash the world uses to control you. Rejection is a compass. It tells you where the boundaries of your current influence lie. It tells you exactly where to push. Most people are paralyzed by the fear of being seen as not enough. The sage knows they were already enough before the start. Write down your rejections, not as a log of failure, but as a record of your expansion into the unknown. You don't need to prove anything. When you let go of the need to prove, you gain the power to perform. Imagine your skin is silver. Let the flashes of public opinion and rejection bounce off you. They carry no weight unless you let them. Bring the ancient wisdom into the modern boardroom. Sandals on the table. A reminder that we're all just passing through. Stop rushing to the next approval. In the stillness of a no, time expands. You find the space to breathe and recalibrate. A mountain of rejection is just a launch pad. Every no you endure without breaking is a feather in your wings of freedom. Be the white marble on the black steel, perfectly centered, unaffected by the coldness or the hardness of the environment around you. Winning isn't about the applause. It's about crossing the finish line knowing you didn't sell your soul for the yes. Life is a coin with two faces. Rejection is merely the flip side of acceptance. Both are necessary to complete the currency of experience. The world is a labyrinth designed to distract you. At the center is your own internal fire. Keep it burning, regardless of the walls. We are upgrading your mental hardware, infusing ancient logic into a modern high-speed neural network. This is how you survive the burnout. Let the diamonds of criticism shatter against your shield. They are valuable only if you can refine them into your own wisdom. Gain perspective. From the moon, your biggest no is invisible. Why let it occupy so much space in your current mind? Your spine should be a mix of gold and stone, flexible enough to adapt, but strong enough to never ever break for a crowd. Pass through the fire of social rejection. Realize on the other side that you are still here. You are still whole. You are blue silk. Every word you write, every deal you make is a ripple in the galaxy of your life. Make sure the ink is yours. You are standing at the threshold. The edge is calling. Are you ready to see what lies beyond the fear of no? We have reached the final ascent. The mind that has embraced rejection doesn't see a wall. It sees a horizon. Amor fati. Love your fate, especially the parts that hurt. The rejections were the chisels that shaped your greatness. Fame and approval are like water in a fountain. They are beautiful to watch, but they cannot sustain the soul. You are no longer a slave to the ticking clock of social expectations. You stand outside the hourglass, perfectly still. The knots of your anxiety begin to loosen when you realize that one no cannot dismantle who you are. You are the lead in your own play. The audience may boo, but the performance is for the gods, not them. Every time the world breaks your digital heart, a crack opens to let the real light in. Watch the sunset. The key to your potential was never hidden in someone else's pocket. It has always been resting right in front of you. Walk forward. The fog of fear will dissolve as soon as you stop negotiating with your own cowardice. The path is stone. Age is just the accumulation of battles won over the self. Keep your eyes bright. Keep your spirit hungry for truth. The greatest sound in the world is the silence that follows a rejection you no longer care about. It is freedom. Time. Put it on top of the failures. Let it be your monument. There are no wrong turns for a man who knows his own worth. Every path leads exactly where you need to be. Sit in the seat of your own authority. It may be hard, it may be cold, but it will never move. Hold your internal fire in a glass of clarity. Let nothing from the outside world blow it out or dim its glow. The gateway to the stars is open. It only accepts those who have left the burden of needing to be liked behind. This is the ultimate truth. Rejection isn't your enemy. Rejection is your edge. It is the boundary where you begin. In the deep quiet, realize that you are the lamp. You are the source. You are finally, truly, and completely free. You are part of a new lineage. The modern sages, successful, powerful, and entirely independent of the crowd's whim. Stoic Edge Lab Sanctuary, a place to refine the steel of your soul for the battles of tomorrow. Register now. Join the vanguard of those who embrace the no to find the ultimate yes. Master the edge. Master yourself.